Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome to the next session of the Neverending Train. I am Kai, your DM for the day, and would everybody like to introduce themselves, starting from the top down?
Hello everybody, I'm Cartoon Kitsune, Kit for short, and I will be playing as Minty. She is a little green stuffed animal looking rabbit, and with a little pink heart on her chest.
Hello, I'm Mock. I'm playing a character called Benjamin Herman Boingo Higgins. He's also a rabbit, and he is also a mad scientist. So, see how that goes.
So many rabbits. I'm Modmad. I play the engineer, who is definitely a bootleg version of a pre-existing character. He's Scottish, angry, has no eyes, and is probably a bird? ?
Alright, this is going to be an absolute delight. Before we dive into the game, I do have one thing to say to anyone that is listening. There are going to be spoilers in this game, or at least emotional spoilers, for the Taffy Train games that Mod ran a little while back. If you have not listened to those, I would advise you to go do that. If you don't want to listen to those, just be aware there's gonna be like some spoiler kind of stuff once we go into this. But it is time to go into this. We are going to start off with Minty, I think, because you've been on this train for a while now. You've met quite a few people as well. You've seen a lot of weird and wacky carriages. You've seen some really fun ones and some that were pretty terrifying. You have recently run across several other passengers in this wonderful little cafe carriage, and you had a good time talking there, but eventually time for everybody to move on, and you have walked through the door, and you have found yourself in this one. I will describe it to you after I have done, I will describe it to you after I've done everybody. Engineer, you have also been on this train for a while. A very, very long while, you're pretty sure. You don't know how long exactly, because any and all timepieces stopped working the moment you came on this train. You've been through dozens and dozens of carriages, and every time you leave one, walk through the door to another, you feel refreshed. You feel like you have no need for rest, no need for food, nothing like that, which makes time warp just that much more. So you could have been here for days, you could have been here for months, it might have even been years. You can't tell anymore. You just know you are stuck here, and it doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. As you walk through another door into another carriage, that's when we'll come back to you. As next up, we have Higgs. Higgs, you are new to the train. You have only recently walked through a glowing doorway that has dragged you here, but what was kind of going through your mind before that?
Well, I'll tell you, I was having quite a bad day. And, sometimes you just gotta go after stuff. There's a door, and you're doing something, and then there's a door. What's the point of that? I can't talk. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That was pretty good. All right.
I'm sorry. Oh, God.
No, it's okay. Mock, it's all right. You don't need to apologize. It's all right. That's actually a really funny voice. I love it.
It's so good. I love that voice.
Really good.
It's really sweet. But okay.
The anxiety.
Higgs, after you have walked through the door,
Yes.
You seem to wake up inside a dark box. You are lying on your back, and you kind of can feel a little bit of shaking and shuddering around you that almost feels like movement, but otherwise you are lying on your back in a dark box and you have no idea where you are. How do you react?
Press the top.
All right.
Can I get the lid off?
You reach your hand up and you press your hand against what seems to be the top of the box. You apply a little bit of pressure, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. As you go to push a bit harder, the floor drops out from underneath you, and you fall, and you land with a splat on a cold stone floor. at the same time, both Minty and Engineer, you actually step through the doorway and also enter this carriage. And all three of you see at once this massive, massive stone tower with a spiral staircase looping around the outside, leading up and up and up into as everything fades into darkness beyond. How do you react? What do you do?
Oh. Angie, is that you?
Oh, Lassie, I am so happy to see a familiar face. And Minty, he is actually just hugging you. He is hugging you very tightly. And actually, can I like ask Minty to make a perception or like an insight roll?
Yeah, I'll do insight. Do that.
Is with the information that guy has just given me. Oh no, there's a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you don't know what's going on here. Engineer's been here for way too long, and I didn't want to go telling you in advance, because this is far more fun getting your reaction like this.
You're horrible. Oh my goodness, yeah,
Hey,
you're totally
nice.
on. That's
20.
a 20. Yeah, you definitely notice that this hug is very much a desperate one, very different from the one you got the last time. But also, the engineer is not as orange as he used to be. He's not quite like sepia, but he's much duller than he was. Like he's less saturated. And actually, when he hugged you last time, he was pretty warm. He's much more like tepid. He's like a normal-ish temperature for a normal toon.
Oh, Minty's gonna hug him extra tight then, noticing this. Oh golly, Angie, it's so good to see you again. It feels like it's been so long. I mean, I'm not really sure how long it's been. Time's a little weird on this train. But it's good to see that you're okay.
Okay. Okay is a bit of a stretch. Oh, and we've got someone else, and he sort of disengages.
If you don't mind me interrupting your little reunion or whatever, where are we? And what is happening? And who are you?
Well, to take that in order, yes, I do mind you interrupting our happy reunion, and I don't know the answer to many of those questions, even though I have been here for a long time. By the way, my name is the Engineer. You may know me, you may not. I don't know if I know me right now, and this is my good wee friend Minty.
It's very nice to meet you. And as for where we are, well, welcome to the train, I guess.
All right, so it's a train. Well, my name is Benjamin Herman Boingo Higgins. If that's too complicated for you, you may call me Higgs. And I want to get out of here. How do we do that?
That makes at least two of us. Minty, aren't you having a lovely time on this train, or would you like to get off it as much as I would?
I mean, it's been fun, and I've met a lot of friends, but I'd definitely like to get home soon.
Oh boy. Well,
Then we have a common goal.
We do indeed. And the engineer is going to make a perception check, because I don't think we've actually looked at where we are properly yet.
Go ahead. Make perception checks and insight checks and all that whenever you like. I'm not going to tell you to do it unless it is directly applicable.
Okay, that was not great. He's a bit hysterical. That fits.
Okay. Was anyone else going to be rolling?
I guess I'll roll two.
Rolls. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Perception rolls is better than one.
Yeah, that way I can tell you hopefully a little bit more, because like a 12 will get you some stuff, but won't get you heaps. 13 isn't
Slightly
much
better. 13.
We're all a bit distracted.
Okay, Higgs obviously has the best eyes despite the glasses. Maybe because of the glasses.
You know what my wisdom is like.
Alright, so as you three look around again, what you see is a giant spiraling stone staircase. You see that like the whole room that you are currently in is circular, and it's reasonably wide. The staircase isn't any wider than maybe two of you could walk abreast, but even then you'd be risking someone maybe falling off, because there doesn't seem to be a handrail. And again, you just see this staircase going up and up and up into the darkness, because even though there are torches scattered along the wall, they can only light so much. Higgs, however, you also notice that, like, a fair way up the staircase, maybe like a full turn or two, there seems to be a wooden door in one of the walls. You can't see any more other than that because, like, the staircase gets in the way, but maybe there are places here that this might lead to.
Alright. Oh, I don't know about you two, but I want to get moving. This tower is the only thing that really seems to be around. What is around, actually, if I look, like, onto the horizon or whatever?
There is no horizon. You are, like, literally where you are. It's a circular room with stone walls, stone floor. There's the door that Minty and Engineer came from, and then that's it.
Well, it is very literally around.
Mm.
Alright, no use hanging about. Come on, it'll be as much fun as the first one I met you in. And the engineer is slightly, it's like, yeah, he's slightly unhinged at this point. Like, he's been through so many of these. He just wants to get it over with, and yet he doesn't really know why, because he's been through so many of these, and, like, he's almost just, like, completely loopy. So, yeah, he's just gonna go on and walk up the stairs.
All right, and I like do the thing where I like hold my hand to the side of my mouth, and I just go, "What's his deal?" To Minty.
I'm not sure. I met him a few carriages ago, but time is kind of weird here. Seems like he's been here a long time.
Yeah, I would like to just clarify that, like, while like Minty and Engineer did meet in, like, the first game that I did, for you, Minty, it's been several carriages, but not that many. For Engineer, it's been a hell of a lot more, because, as you said, time does go a little bit weird here.
I don't even know if Minty knows that.
Exactly.
She's suspecting, but she's not sure.
Okay, well, let's go check out that door.
All right.
You know, there's a door up here. I didn't spot it from down there. And he's going to just open it.
Okay, let me roll a d20 and see what you find.
Is
yeah,
a door.
This is one where your encounters are entirely randomized.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
Have a dice.
I rolled a 4. Okay, what's that one?
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, we're starting off on here then,
lovely.
I guess. You open the door and, Engineer, you are greeted by a brass band. Like, without anyone actually playing the instruments, it's just a bunch of instruments floating in mid-air, playing a very loud marching tune, as they kind of just meander around this circular room. They're all swinging around very animatedly, and you've got, like, a couple of other instruments off by the wall. They seem to kind of be chattering with each other quietly, but they're not actually talking, it's just making all their various noises at each other.
Wait, so are they talking to each other, or are they, like, actually playing a song? Are they, like, in a beat?
Okay, so so what happens is you've got a bunch of instruments in the center of the room that are kind of wandering around and all actually playing a song, and there's a couple of other instruments like violins, clarinets, this and that, all kind of milling around the edges of the rooms, making kind of like blowing notes and such at each other, and it kind of it seems like they're talking to each other using their music.
Okay. I literally have no idea what to do with this information. Also, are the other two, like, with the engineer at this point? Or
Yeah, we've probably caught up by now.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I reach past the engineer and pull that door closed?
Absolutely.
All right, next.
Oh, it was fun.
That was fun.
You're an impatient young rabbit, aren't you? But I do appreciate that looked like a dead end. Come on, let's move on.
You continue up the stairs?
Amount of patience.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
All right.
Skip this band room. I didn't expect you to agree so readily.
He's past reason at this point.
Like, Engineer, you've seen some pretty weird stuff. That wasn't even the worst of it.
I love this, like, they open the door, then, nope, not today, then shut the doors.
Alright, as you're going up the stairs, are you just, like, walking? Are you trudging? Are you running? How are you going up? And are you sticking together or splitting up?
Well, there's not really many places to go as far as sticking together or splitting up.
Well, I mean, like, is one person racing ahead, or are people lagging behind, or whatever?
Probably going at a nice, like, fast pace.
Yeah, a jaunty, bouncy, slightly sort of not quite skipping stroller, but you know he's been put in a better mood because there's Minty, and if you guys are watching his ears, they're like flicking up and down like signal flags. It's kind of like you're not quite sure what that's about, but in fact, what he's doing with his owl hearing is like making sure that you two are A, keeping up, and B, not falling off.
Oh.
Aww.
Yeah, please don't go falling off the stairs. As I said, there's no handrail. All right.
It's like you think I can't take care of myself or something.
All right.
Well, you've given me no evidence towards it or against it.
Seems to me like you don't think I can take care of myself, so.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely can.
We all want to look out for each other. We're all friends here, right?
Aye, friends, we're all good, eternal friends. And he's gonna get up to the next door. Would one of you like to do the honors?
I'll give it a shot. Should I roll for this?
No, I will. I'll again. I've got my D20 roller here, seeing as Dice Parser doesn't seem to like me at the moment. You got a 12. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, okay, this is going to be a fun one. You open the door, and inside just seems to be an absolute maze of bubbling beakers and strange glass contraptions. There are multicolored liquids like bubbling along each of them, maybe letting off some steam, dripping down there, changing colors as they go along. It's just a lot of bubbling beakers.
I am curious about this one. I stick my head in, see, like, do I know any of these chemicals? Do I know what they're trying to do, what they're trying to make?
Gonna be honest, you're all a bunch of toons here. Chemicals are done by colour as opposed to what they're actually made of. So you know you've got a bunch of green
So what
over
color
there.
are they?
You've got a
That's
bunch.
the question.
All right, you've got a bunch of lime green over there, and you've got one over there that's a little bit of an orangey red, and so maybe those two shouldn't mix together. But there's a nice, beautiful blue one over there in a beaker that looks ready for someone to pick up and drink if they want. If they want, it could be it's blue. It could be that blue, or it could be that blue.
Oh, my favorite flavor.
Yeah, so that sort of thing.
When the engineer sees blue liquid, his ears go flat.
I'm walking over to it already.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, you totally notice that something's upset him.
Do you not like the color blue?
What? Oh, sorry. I was just remembering someone. It's a lovely color, actually. I do. I like to.
Alright,
Yeah, the engineer is actually not going to go very far into this room. He's kind of hanging by the door.
Fair enough.
Do you poke her head in and see what's around?
Who, me?
Minty will just like poke her head in the room, take a closer look.
Yeah, like if you want to roll me anything, or if you want to poke at anything, go ahead.
Yes, investigation?
I was going to say perhaps investigation for me as well.
Yeah.
I'll just do a straight perception. Because, he's hanging back. It's not...
Yeah. If you're going to do...
Dice parser or what?
Dice parser
looks like it's working.
Yeah, it seems to be working for you guys and not for me at the moment. Well, that's okay. As the DM, I can fudge my rolls.
Dang, that was a terrible roll. 12.
Alright, so I'll go with the perception check from Engineer first, because that was only an 8. It's pretty much what I just described before. It's a lot of weird glass shapes dripping and moving liquids from here to there. That's everything kind of gets a bit confusing because as you see these other two walking into the room and looking about, you can kind of see their shapes warping in all the different as you look through the glass. But it kind of gets a bit distraction. You can't tell what's actually going on in there. Minty and Higgs, as you actually go in, again, you can as you did like an investigation check rather than just general perception, you can actually see that some of these liquids they're following a bit of a path. Because you can see like that purple liquid from over there is bubbling up through that spiral tube there, and then it's dripping down into this one, and by the time it's dripped down into there, it's turned green, and then by the time that green one has kind of like filtered through whatever that is, it's then turned into something yellowish, and you can kind of trace this all, and at the very, very end of this massive process, you can actually see a couple of glass bottles that have already been stoppered.
I'm looking specifically for notes, any kind of like folders labeled truth serum experiments or
there is absolutely nothing.
Trying to distill the goodness and badness of the human heart or anything like that. None of those?
Absolutely nothing. Whoever has worked here or does not keep good record of what they're doing.
It just doesn't keep good notes. Terrible. Just terrible.
Well, we shouldn't drink anything until we're sure what it is. It's dangerous to drink chemicals that aren't labeled.
Yeah. I know. Thanks.
Again, the engineer is uncharacteristically quiet about this comment of drinking things when you're not sure what they are. I'm gonna leave this room to you two. I just need to get a wee bit of fresh air, okay? And he actually steps outside the door for a second, and you can't see him at present, but he's like actually with his back against the wall, having to take deep breaths and try not to actually have a meltdown.
Make me a wisdom saving throw here, please.
Oh boy. Okay. Gosh, that's the straight +1, isn't it? 6!
Oh,
He's
okay.
having a terrible time!
Yeah, you really are, yeah. As you are trying to hold back whatever meltdown this is, and you're really not doing a good job at it. All that's going through your mind is just flashes of everything that happened on the train, of blue liquid, of strange drinks, of whatever gears and gadgetry were in the laboratory carriage, of all of that, and it's pretty hard to get those images unstuck from your mind at the moment.
Oh, we picked a good character to play for this game.
Higgs, could you wait here a minute? I'll be right back. And then Minty's gonna go out the door.
Yeah, I'm can I grab some of those bottles?
Absolutely. How many do you pick?
For the research, how many are there?
There are 3 that are completely stoppered up and everything, and there's 1 that liquid is still dripping into.
I will take 3 of them.
Alright, so the 3 complete ones? Alrighty. I will tell you about those later, if they become necessary.
Well, I'm gonna look at them later.
Minty's gonna poke her head out of the door. Hey, Angie, are you? Oh,
I'm fine! Hello! I didn't... Oh, okay, Alright, I was just having a bit of a moment. I'll admit that. It's getting a bit to me, this eternal, infernal, infinite, whatever this place is. Can we just... Was there any way out in that room? Was there any way out in that room? And he's actually almost breaking.
I did not check for that.
Yeah.
Minty's gonna walk up. Yeah, Minty's gonna walk up to him and put a paw on his shoulder and say, "Angie, are you doing okay?"
I don't even know if he can pretend. I mean, I'm gonna roll myself deception and see if he can pretend that he's okay.
Yep, that sounds good.
Roll contesting insight. Let's go.
You've got a pretty average. That's a pretty average deception roll. You can half. Oh, great. Minty basically.
Oh man.
So,
The 10s. I don't even know what to do for that. I mean, could I make the argument that I get advantage because he's been an actor for like 40 years?
You know what? Yes, you do have advantage.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd argue Minty's like works with
That's a
kids and is
19.
basically a therapist. So can I roll again too?
You know what?
Those are kind of her thing.
You know what? Why not? I just want to see these conflicting rolls and see what happens. Go ahead.
Yeah.
One more roll.
Oh my gosh,
yes!
that's a 24. So which means it's an amazing lie. Still gets seen right through.
Yeah, like I can just see them kind of having this standoff with the two tens, like both of them don't know what to do. Then he like kind of does manage to pull himself together. He's like, "Oh, I'm fine. Don't you worry about a thing." And he puts his paw on Minty's shoulder, but he's shaking, and so she can like absolutely tell that he's nowhere near okay.
I won't force you to talk about whatever's going on, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm a pretty good listener. And she kind of gestures to her ears, somewhat comically.
I'll take you up on that at some point. I don't want to. Oh, hello, Higgs. What did you find anything interesting in there, laddie?
Chemicals. No notes, though. Terrible, terrible lab etiquette.
Shocking. I'll have to send the complaint report to my friend, the professor, and he's letting go and walking up the stairs, and he is really trying not to hyperventilate or anything, but my god, he's a complete mess right now.
Dee is very worried about him, but she's going to follow anyway.
Oh dear.
I turn and look at the camera, like I'm on The Office.
Yeah.
I was expecting the breakdown to
I just
come
got
a
here,
fair bit
man.
later in this episode, but this is great already.
I'm also really sorry, because, like, Higgs, I want to know more about you, but my god, this guy is having such bad roles.
Yeah.
Hey, Higgs has learned a lot about you.
Oh, good.
All right. Onwards and upwards?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, please make me a constitution save, because you've been coming up the staircase for a while. It can get a bit tiring, and I need to see how you're going with that.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, 16. Engineer's fine.
It's a constitution...
Save.
Is it like a saving throw or a...
Yeah, saving throw. Like,
Okay.
I did it as a save.
Minty, yeah. Minty, you're also going great. You are basically skipping up these stairs. Higgs, you're getting a little bit sick of these stairs, but you can keep going. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Fine.
All right, next
Doing
door.
okay, everyone? You need to take a break?
I'd
Nope.
actually rather keep moving. I'm not good. My mind rebels at stagnation. Let's say that. Oh, Higgs, are you? Well, you haven't had a door yet. Do you want to open this one?
Like, why are you asking? It's just a door.
I'm just trying to
Sure.
be fair in the spirit of egalitarianism.
Say so. I reach past and I open the door.
All right. As you open up this door, you go into a room that is basically just black darkness. You don't really see much, except for this one place where there seems to be a spotlight shining out of nowhere onto a wooden stage where a microphone is set up and has a background of just red brick on the wall. There is a sign hanging from the microphone, though you cannot see it from this distance.
Higgs,
Skip this
you wanna
one
go
too.
first? Yeah.
Can we at least look at
Fine.
it? She will walk in and go look at the mic.
Yeah, let's do a little perception round. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be disadvantage considering it's just in the darkness, but
I mean, like, if you can roll perception if you like. I'm not going to put you at disadvantage, though, but it is just kind of going to be a high check to see some things.
it's just to read the sign, if anything.
Yeah.
Mine's way up there.
Okay, that was a critical fail from the engineer there. Obviously, you're having a little bit too much of a breakdown to be able to see anything.
Well, it was a 5, but it was a 1 + 4.
You can't see past the tears.
pretty much.
No eyes, but no tears. No, what? Oh, no.
Minty and
Oh my God, we're all
Higgs,
rubbish.
you both kind of venture into this room just enough that you can kind of peer over and Minty, you actually went over and have a look at the mic. And you can kind of just see this paper sign hanging from a bit of string that's like hooked over the microphone, and it just says, "Do not disturb the tomatoes."
It's weird, I don't see any tomatoes here.
Oh, I think I know where they will be coming from, or at least towards if any of us talk into that mic. I have seen too many bad comedy routines to stick around in here, and he's actually backing away from the mic towards the door.
Minty is actually going to go up to the mic.
Guys, I gotta tell you, I was gonna try this diet the other day that was all almonds, but that's just nuts.
Okay, I need to just like mentally rate that on. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
I look at Minty with the most incredulous expression.
No, she has an idea of what's going to happen, but she's doing this anyway.
Oh my gosh,
was
can
a
I make
5.
a dex save?
You
Can
definitely.
I do a dex thing to like try and jump in front of her?
You can, but it's got to be a really high roll, especially seeing as you specifically said you backed out of this room.
That's fair enough, but you also know how fast this guy is, Kai.
Yeah. Like you're a stop. That was
Not good enough.
No, definitely. You try to dive, you miss entirely. Minty, let's see if this wants to work. Please take 8 damage.
Oh no, that's
As a tomato comes rocketing out of the blackness and just splats you right in the heart, like in the heart on your chest and everything. You are covered with splattered tomato. And you take 8 damage.
I imagine she comically she flips around, does some somersaults, and then lands on her back.
Perfect.
Tough crowd.
Anyone else want to have a go?
Well, the engineer would like to rage. He's going to whip out his sword, which is not actually a sword at the moment, but he says, "Who the peck did that to my friend?" And it lights up.
Oh dear.
And he's so angry that anyone managed to get a hit in on someone that he was supposed to protect, and you can probably understand why. And so hopefully that sword will light up the room at least, because it is on fire.
Well, good news is you do have more light. Bad news is it's a magical sort of darkness, so while you can see a little bit more than you did before, a lot of the room just seems like dark, just fades off into darkness. However, what you can see is an absolutely massive pile of tomatoes.
He's gonna go ham on the tomatoes. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Go nuts! Disturb the tomatoes. Roll me dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw, okay.
It's my turn to step out. I'll catch up with you guys later. That's it. That was
Bye.
it.
Okay, Higgs, please also roll me dex, and then I'll get back to... Higgs, even if you weren't speaking into the mic or anything, please still roll me dex, and then I will come back to the engineer and that 10.
Still a tune.
No.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 19. A tomato comes, that manages to just dodge the engineer, comes whizzing out of the pile, aimed straight at your head. You can tell this is a faster one. You can tell that would probably be D10 damage rather than D8. However, you easily manage to dodge it by just splitting your ears apart, and it whooshes over your head, and you are safe. Engineer, with that 10, I am sorry to say you are actually gonna get hit by at least a couple of tomatoes. Good news is you didn't make any terrible jokes, so they're coming at you pretty slow.
Interesting.
Let's call them
It's the revenge of the killer tomatoes.
basically.
Oh, it's a 15.
Yeah, you just got five whole tomatoes coming at you there, and they hurt when they splat. They are still going at pretty high speeds here.
What the hell of a tomatoes? Wow.
You're level 5. You can take it.
I mean, I guess being a barbarian, but wow. Yeah, I'll wait because I'm sure Minty wants to do something, but he will attack these tomatoes.
Minty's gonna run over to you, keeping a little distance because you're swinging the sword around.
Oh gosh, oh dear. NT, it's okay. Please don't be mad. I was just doing that to cheer you up. I didn't think it would hurt me that badly, but I'm okay. Just take a deep breath, calm down.
He's absolutely not going to do any of that, and he's still in a rage, and he's so mad. He's going to full-ass barbarian, so that is 2 attacks, and he gets a +2 to both of those, with a giant flaming sword on a pile of tomatoes.
Hey, roll me your attacks, please.
Okay, I've got to roll to hit twice, so
Like,
I'll
the
just
good
get those
news
out of the
is
way.
they're tomatoes, they can't really dodge, so you're going to hit. I just need to kind of...
Good, I'm so glad.
That's a 13 into 21. Okay, you're gonna smash roll me damage for this.
Right, so those both hit, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It's
Oh my
more or
God.
less stationary pile of tomatoes. They only move when you either directly attack them or you say a bad joke.
Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me because I've never actually rolled attack with this sword before, and there's like a hell of a lot to write in here.
It's okay.
Plus 2d6 and 2 because he's raging. Oh my God, and I have to do this twice? This is crazy. My God. Okay, so 12. Oh my gosh! That's 35.
Alright, yeah, that's 35 in total. You managed to wipe out at least half of the pile of tomatoes and you just turn them all into sauce. They are absolutely squashed. And
They're
you are
soft.
covered in flecks of tomato as they are spattered all over you like gore. Except it's not,
I'm
because
going
it's
to
tomato.
turn you into soup and feed you to my engine when I get back home, you.
So, yeah, he just looks like he's covered in blood at this point.
Okay, this is getting a little out of hand, so Minty's gonna cast Calm Emotions on Engie.
Well, I was about to
Oh, yeah,
say...
that'll do it.
Oh no, the good news is I was actually going to say it still cast it, but also witnessing this absolutely terrifying display, the tomatoes are extremely frightened and they flee, and you just kind of have this moment where you're smashing this pile and what is left of the pile is just there 1 second, and then you watch as all of these tomatoes just scatter and fly off in completely different directions, and then the rest of the pile is gone.
Oh, gee.
Well done. You
Yeah,
have a bunch. You are surrounded by a bunch of squished tomatoes. Minty, you are casting Calm Emotions.
There is a charisma save of so you have to beat a charisma save of 13. Looks like. But I think you can
resisting.
auto fail it if you want to.
Yeah, I think he would auto fail at this point. Also, Higgs, like, do you just see like a bunch of tomatoes running past you?
I've probably been watching kind of from the door at this point.
Higgs, make me another dex save real quick.
Oh, sure.
I just want to see if one hits you, like as they're all fleeing, because they just scatter.
Just
in
trips
different
over one.
directions. Yeah. All right, that's fine. You're
7.
11. You're safe.
Oh, it was supposed to be a 3. Hold on. No, that's bad. One of them does hit me.
One of them does. All right, you get you
Yeah, that's a
just
7
get,
total.
you get splattered on the arm just as one tries to kind of like brush past you and flees out into the rest of the room, and you just hear it distantly splat against the far wall of the tower. Engie, how are you feeling?
He's just sort of breathing heavily at this point, so you've got this like, oh, I am not having a good day. I'm sorry. I don't usually let people see me like this. Yeah, he's just really having a bad time. But he's going to put away the sword. Like, he goes,
Yeah. Minty's gonna go in for a hug, and she'll cast Cure Wounds on him since he took a little damage.
he
I'll
certainly
try
did.
to.
35 from tomatoes. Can you believe it?
No, it was 15. You
It wasn't
dealt
15. I took...
no, you dealt 35.
Oh, it was 15. Sorry, I did 35.
Yes. I'm very
Sorry.
confused for a second there. Hurrah!
Oh,
15.
exactly the same. Nice.
You get
Thank you.
15 points back. Nice.
Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, with the calm emotion, he's also just like kind of cripplingly embarrassed now as well. He's very ashamed of how much and how badly he's completely lost it back there.
Yeah.
And he sort of waves a token hand towards the door, like, "You're right out there, Higgsy boy."
Yep. You're right in there, Flamey boy.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll put that in my pocket for a nickname. Thank you. I'm fine. Oh, I'm just fine.
Look it.
Yeah, he's literally covered in red stains. This probably looks awful.
Does anyone have
Are you
prestidigitation?
sure you're really fine, Engie?
Actually, I might have prestidigitation. Yes, I do.
yeah.
Start cleaning everybody off.
Aw.
I've been better. Perhaps we ought to leave this room to itself as well. Unless there isn't any way out of any of these rooms. Has there been?
Nope. All
Okay,
these rooms that
yeah,
you have been into so far have had one door, and it's the door that you looked in.
Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of gonna walk out shamefacedly.
Oh.
Like, even Higgs is kind of feeling sorry for this guy.
Yeah.
He
Minty's
doesn't give a shit about anyone.
That's a real question because Minty doesn't come from this world, so she didn't know who the engineer was. Is Higgs from this world? Does he know the engineer?
Supposed to.
He's a movie director, so like if you like movies, Higgs might.
Maybe vaguely.
Yeah, you may have just like heard of him or seen him in a newspaper vaguely, but yeah, that works.
Spend a lot of time in the lab.
Yes, nerd boy, I like it.
Yeah, I will say Minty's definitely feeling a little bit downtrodden because her attempt to cheer up the engineer backfired so spectacularly.
Oh no.
Oh.
An attempt was made, and it was very adorable nonetheless, even if you did all get spattered with tomato. There was a sign warning you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't think they'd be flying that fast and actually hurt her. She was just gonna like do a pratfall, but live and learn.
All right, onwards
You've
and
got to have
upwards.
thick skin to be a comedian.
You are lucky that all the tomatoes have scattered that one.
I lived upon another day. Ha!
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Yeah, at this
go.
point, the engineer's not leading the party at this point. He's so ashamed.
Yeah, Higgs will take that.
Right.
Next door.
Next door.
Mhm.
Does anyone mind if I open this?
For it.
Are we taking turns? What's the deal?
Oh, you go ahead. I've got some thinking to do.
Great. I open the door.
You see, again, it's kind of similar to the last one in that everything around the edges of the room kind of just fade off into black, but you can see about 15 feet from the door is a small pedestal, and on top of it is a velvet pillow, and on top of that is a glass orb.
Glass orb.
Do you want to take a closer look?
Well, that seems totally normal and fine to go in and look at. Yeah.
Yeah, alright, roll me perception, or actually investigation in this case.
I think the engineer is actually introverting too hard to even bother making either of those.
Yeah, fair enough. Considering everything, it's alright that he's kind of in his own head at the moment. Alright, let's
Yeah.
see, 17 from Higgs and a 9 from Minty. Minty, you actually kind of like peer in a bit closer and you can see that the glass orb doesn't seem to be just glass, it seems to kind of have something swirling inside it. Higgs, you fall and like
Yes.
take a step closer, and you actually see that this orb is filled with swirling smoke that seems to roil and move, and almost kind of follow you a little bit as you come near it.
Go to one side of it. Is the smoke in there?
Yep.
I go to the other side.
Smoke's still in there.
Still kind of like follow me around.
Yeah, it's a dark kind of like very steely grey sort of colour as it kind of roils about, and like if you look closer you can see that there almost seems to be like sparklings of lightning in there occasionally.
All right. So there's not any other doors in here?
Nope.
I mean, it could be a magic thing.
Maybe.
You know, magic to get in, magic to get out. Can
If
I,
anyone is in here, if this orb belongs to you, we're gonna take a look at it, but we won't take it if it's yours.
She just kind of calls out to the ether.
No one replies.
And if it does anything to hurt any of the people in here, I'm gonna smash it to itty-bitty little pieces.
No one replies.
pick up the orb?
Alright, you pick up
I
the
guess
orb.
it's okay.
All right, Higgs picks up the orb. Was it Higgs that picked up the orb or Minty?
Yes, Higgs.
Yeah, sorry, it's like you cut out for a second there. But yeah, Higgs, you pick up the orb. It feels a little bit heavier than something that's like maybe about 15 centimeters wide should be. As you actually like watching all the smoke swirling within it, but otherwise you're just holding a kind of cool to the touch glass orb filled with smoke.
I tap it.
It taps back.
What?
Basically, a crackle of lightning comes out of like the roiling clouds and just kind of zaps against the spot on the glass where you just tapped. It does not come through the glass, it does not injure you in any way, but like it definitely reacted to you tapping it.
Oh, it's a plasma ball. DJ Moves has those all over his house. They're really tasteless.
But what's it doing here?
He shrugs like he knows. I mean, what? So what, are you gonna take up bowling with it? Fortune telling?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe it is a fortune telling thing. How about you ask
toss it
it
up
a
in the air?
question?
Oh, that's a good idea. I toss it up in the air and catch it. Presumably, I catch it.
Do you catch it? Roll me athletics.
Yeah, well, like, like when you're just having a fun casual time and you're like throwing a little ball up in the air,
Fair enough. Do you want to roll me dex and see if you do manage to
Yeah,
catch
I would love to roll you dex. Yeah, I would really, really enjoy that.
Let's see if you do manage to indeed catch the ball. Okay, good news is that wasn't quite so bad as a fumble as it would then take to drop to the ground and shatter. However, you do indeed drop it and it lands on your foot. I'm not going to make you take damage, but it definitely hurts.
I assume it kind of rolled. I stomp over and I pick it up.
Yeah.
And I just say, "What the hell?"
Language, laddie.
You're one to talk.
I know, that's why I started laughing. I was like, no, this doesn't work.
Yeah, it's kind of a, "You're one to talk."
Oh, pick off. When you get to my age, you're allowed to say whatever you like. Oh, sorry, Minty, I talked over you. What did you say?
Oh, is that what peck means? I was wondering if it meant something different for you since you say it a lot. Kind of makes sense.
Again, the engineer looks a bit embarrassed because he's been swearing a lot in front of Minty, and he actually likes Minty, and he has no idea how old Minty is. Like, is she a kid? Is she not?
She's kind of like ageless, so it's kind of weird.
Like Wanda.
It's okay. I'm
asking this thing a
you're an
question.
adult, so as long as you're not like swearing around little kids or anything, I think it's okay.
Alright. Higgs, you were gonna ask it a question?
You had a question? Someone wanted to ask it a question.
I'll give it a shot. Magical lightning orb. Do you know how to get off the train?
The orb doesn't react. The smoke inside it just keeps swirling.
I guess it's not a magic 8-ball.
Mm.
Minty will try
this
it.
room was uneventful.
Well, this one's a bust. I kind of toss it on the floor and go toward the door to walk out the door.
When you
He will
toss
catch it so it doesn't shatter.
Thank you.
No, not hard enough for it to shatter, because I will tell you, I know exactly how hard this thing is now that it landed on my foot.
That was your own fault.
I disagree.
All right,
It
Minty.
was the fault of the circumstances surrounding me. Anyway.
Minty, you now have the orb. What do you want to do with it?
If this orb belongs to anyone, please say now and we'll put it back. If not, we'd like to take it with us if that's okay.
Silence.
I guess it's okay. At least I hope so.
Minty will
Helping
pocket
if it's
the orb.
okay to take this orb. Seems like it's all right.
All right, you have the orb.
The orb
Alright.
is yours.
Yeah.
Yorb.
Sharp.
Yarp. All right.
Well, as a possibility remote though it is, that it's a key for getting us out of here. That's a smart move there, Minty.
Shall we continue?
Yeah, next.
We don't have much of a choice, I assume. And yet we're off and up again, and the engineer has recovered a bit, so yeah, he's going to try and walk like he was before at the beginning, slightly less of a bounce, but at least he's in the lead, so he'll hit whatever's coming first.
Yep.
While you're all walking up, can I again get a Constitution save from everybody?
Okie dokie.
Because, like, by this point, you have, like, climbed up several stories worth of stairs. It gets pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a time to catch our breath in the middle.
Yeah, so that's a 10 from
I
the
actually
engineer,
have,
15 from Minty,
Oh,
and a 7 from
Oh,
Higgs.
terrible.
Higgs, you are utterly exhausted. Like, you can
Yeah, my
keep-
foot hurts.
Yeah, you can keep going, but you're kind of limping at this point. You are so sick of stairs. Engineer, you are trying to kind of go back to the pace that you were before, but, like, you're not as young as you used to be. You're not as fit as you used to be. You can kind of feel your breath getting a bit ragged as you are trudging up these stairs. Minty, these stairs are going on for a while, but you're still pretty good.
You will notice the other two lagging behind and say,
Oh, do you guys need to take a break?
No.
No, I'm fine. It's just I think I've dropped a few levels since my high stunt doing days, you know. I am a grandfather, you know. This is it's something on the knees, I tell you. Oh,
Oh, you have grandkids?
aye, they're a right bunch of nuisances, and I cannot wait to see them again.
Aw.
If you see
How
them
about
again.
you, Higgs? Have you got anybody on the outside?
No.
Oh, well, that was a short answer, wasn't it? How about you, Minty?
I've got lots of friends back in Blissland.
Back in what? Who?
Well, Blissland, it's where I'm from. You guys are from Inkwell, right? Did I say that right?
Aye, well, I've heard it pronounced two different ways. I don't think anybody's quite sure how you're supposed to say it officially, but yes, that's where I hail from. So you're not from Inkwell? Gosh. Higgs, I assume you are from Inkwell? Higgs, did you die?
I am
Are you
looking
alright?
physically with my eyes, and I realize that this does not come across when it's voice only. I look at the engineer like it's the stupidest question in the world.
Charming.
But yeah, Blissland, it's what was the term again? Extra planner, I think it was. It's kind of like a different world from where Inkwell is. It's sort of like a dream world.
Oh, like the elemental plane of fire. Aye, yes. Well, I've encountered that, and that's part of my backstory. You'll have to unlock later. But anyway,
Must be a level 4 friend to unlock.
got to rack up those points in the persona link, whatever it is. Ah, look, there's another door. Shall we open it?
Anyone else want to take this one, or am I the requisite door opener now?
I'll take this one.
Ooh, 8. What was 8? I think 8 was a thing. Ooh, yes, this was a thing. All right. As you open the door, the glittering contents of the room blind you for a moment. Soon enough, the three of you manage to actually get your eyes adjust, and you get a glimpse of piles and piles and piles of magic wands. Magic wands of all kinds. You've got golden ones topped with sparkling scars, elegantly simple rods with ribbons wrapped around the tip, dark and clawed ones with blood-red rubies embedded at their core. Any sort of wand you can imagine, just in there, heaped into towering piles that seem to stretch on forever. Can people please roll me perception? Alright, that's a 15 from Engineer, a 7 from Minty.
Distracted by the shiny.
There's a lot of shiny stuff. There's a lot of really pretty stuff in there. Higgs?
But shiny.
Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah, where did you roll?
Put that in the hazelnut gallery.
Okay, I
Well,
was.
4.
It was a 4. All right. So, like, Higgs, as you look around, as you said, you are very distracted from the shiny. You just see lots and lots of pretty coloured ones. Minty, you're pretty much the same. You can kind of, you're the one that really notices these piles seem to just stretch on forever, but mostly you just see these heaps of glittering wands that, like, it's kind of hard to almost look at them because of, like, the slight magical aura surrounds them kind of makes your eyes just slide off. It's hard to see them exactly, but there's a lot of wands. Engineer, you are pretty used to razzle-dazzle and glittering lights. You are not distracted by these in the slightest, and you actually see some movement from within the piles as a small, short, quasi-bird-like, you think it's a bird, it's got a beak, but this does not have enough feathers on its head, kind of appears from out of behind a pile, waving one of the wands rather angrily. It does not seem to have noticed you guys.
Yeah, the first thing he's gonna do is like kind of scoop both Minty and Higgs like back out of the door so that they can like peek around to look at it safely. But yeah, he's just not even gonna ask permission to do this. I was like, oh hey, there's someone in there. Let's just let's be a little stealthy about this.
Oh, do they look dangerous?
Do I look dangerous? And you know, it depends who you are, but the engineer can look really kind of cute and fuzzy, but he is dangerous.
Do they look dangerous? Sorry.
You know, looks can be deceiving. He basically gives you the look like, you don't look dangerous, and I have seen you do some pretty impressive stuff. So the answer to that question is irrelevant. Let's have a look ourselves. So yeah, he's just gonna watch what this guy's doing.
Alright, as you watch, this small, strange bird person, like, picks up a wand, kind of waves it, going, like, scowls at it a bit, then tosses it away off onto another pile. Then it digs around through the pile right in front of it, pulls out another one, and again, waving it frantically about. Every time it doesn't work, maybe sometimes there's the tiniest, like, flicker of sparkles coming out of it, and, like, the bird person's face lights up, and then it realizes, oh no, that was just some glitter coming off of it, and it tosses it away and picks up a new one, and it keeps to just kind of repeating this and doesn't seem to notice you guys.
In a conspiratorial, that's a really hard word to say when you're tired, fashion, he's going to, like, you know, group huddle, like, well, he's obviously looking for something, perhaps a wand. Maybe he can help us out if we can help him.
Oh, that sounds good. Helping people's always a good thing.
Hey, DM, can I make some kind of roll to see if I can, like... I have a skill of Arcana, in Arcana.
Yeah?
So, like, can I see, like, of these wands, like, what does anything? Or, like, just from kind of looking at them, seeing, like, the sigils or whatever might be on them?
Yeah, give me a roll.
That's a smart move.
Yeah. Like, Arcana is not a skill we go into very much in this server.
Oh!
That's a 25, but it's definitely still a useful
My specialty.
one. With that 25, you can see all of this clearly, and you can see every single wand, while most of them do kind of have, like, the faint remnants of magic stuck to them, they very much, like, from your experience, they very much give the feeling of, like, a wand that had X many charges, and now doesn't have any left. This seems to be a dumping ground of used up wands. However, you do spot one on a pile that's like semi-close to the door, but would definitely involve you needing to step into the room fully to get to it. And it's just like one long and white, and it's like nothing super exciting, but it's still glowing with magic.
So are we going to make some kind of deal, or...
Well, if we're gonna make a deal, we need something to bargain with. I mean...
There on the right, and I am
What?
pointing, I say, there is a wand right up there.
Aye, there's about 5,000 of them, I've noticed.
No, one that works.
Oh, well, if you're so sure about it, perhaps you ought to claim it?
Maybe I will. I'm going to go try and climb up the walls and grab it.
Are you trying to be stealthy here at all?
Great question. I'll say yes.
Okay, roll me stealth. You're at a disadvantage considering everything you're walking over is wands, but you can roll me
Just
stealth.
want me to do 2 rolls? Want me to do roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, roll me with disadvantage.
Is it? We're just doing a dex roll?
It's no, you roll me because stealth is a skill. You roll me stealth twice,
Oh
and
yeah,
then we take the lower roll.
Stealth. I'm smart and I know things.
It's okay.
Apparently so, with 25. Oh no!
Hold on.
That's a crit fail. You can roll again to see if you double crit fail if you want.
Hold on. What if I get a crit success on the second one?
We're working with disadvantage. Sadly, it's still a crit fail.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Yeah.
You can't do worse than that.
Let's for fun.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
fun.
if you
Let's-
double crit fail, I'm gonna be amazed.
That's a
Oh.
19.
Oh,
It's so close.
So sad. Anyway,
Oh wow. With that crit fail, you kind of go to step in the room. The moment you step foot in there, your foot crunches on the wand and you hear it break underneath your foot. And it's that wonderful telltale snap noise, and the bird creature just like flips its head straight to look at you, and now I have to remember how this fucker speaks God. One moment, I was practicing this earlier. Thief! Thief! You're a thief! Get out! Get out! Get out! And like this small creature who is only like 2, maybe 3 feet tall, comes rushing at you and trying to shove you back out the door. Get out!
I avoid them.
Get out! Get out! These are my wands!
Kind of
Out! Shoot!
sidestep.
One sec, let me see if this guy actually gets there. Oh, like, I think he's gonna... Okay, that was an 8. So yeah, you sidestep this guy easily, and he kind of just like trips over where your foot once was and falls flat on his beak. And like you could hear like kind of like a scream of pain. It's like ah! And he sits up, and then he's kind of like sitting there, just rubbing at his beak and looking very miserable.
Minty will help him up.
Running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
See, I resent
about that one.
I resent that birdist attitude you've got there. Oh, let me help you up. I know exactly how painful that can be. And he's giving Higgs a dirty look as he helps this fellow bird up from the floor, even though he has been fairly unpleasant. So he's actually going to keep hold of him after he's helped him up.
Because the thing is, this bird is going to let you guys help him up, but the moment that he's more or less on his feet, he's going to you've helped him up most of the way, and you've done 90% of the work. But it's now he, as a point of pride, he's going to like rip his arm away, or try to at least. And it's like, no, you're thieves! Get out of here! This is my place. I'm trying to find my wand.
All right, you're touchy, ain't you?
Well,
Oh, sorry to disturb you.
Well, of course I
You're
would
actually
be.
trying.
Sorry, you go.
I think we might have actually found your wand. Higgs, you said it was up on that pile, right?
Oh, was it? Where is my wand?
I want you to look to your right. 3rd pile down.
And the engineer
Up
is going to suddenly
at
cover
the
his
top.
mouth with a paw because, like, do we actually want this guy to know where the one
Okay, we
is
get to
yet?
we get to up, and then
And we'll give you the rest of the information if you tell us or rather offer to help us get out of this carriage by any means possible.
Oh, you're more passengers, are you? You think I would still be here if I knew how to get out?
Ah, that's true. Ah, it's completely useless. Go on then. And let's go.
Are you a passenger too? Or do you live in here?
Well, of course I'm a passenger. What else would I be? One of these mindless denizens that stuck all over just like, no, of course not. Just need to find my wand and get
It's
off
nice
and be
to call
fine.
mindless.
Sorry?
It's not very nice to call them mindless. I mean, all the people we've met so far have been pretty nice.
Nice doesn't mean they've got a brain.
He's got a point there.
true enough.
And so this guy kind of goes back to following where Higgs' instructions were. Kind of looks over at the pile where that Higgs was pointing out, and then basically just dives headfirst at it and starts pulling out wands at random, waving them around again, and doing the whole thing of just testing if they work, and when they don't, tossing them away. He has no idea which wand he's looking for.
It is
What was
killing
that about
Higgs to
not
not
having a
point it
brain?
out. He's like, it's right there. No, it's right. But I'm waiting, and I look at my two companions here, and I just say, so what now?
I think you ought to get it. I think if he gets hold of it, he's just going to injure himself.
Okay. Anyone else want to have a go before I try again?
Well, if you point out which one it is, we can all have a crack at it.
I already did. It's right there, and I'm pointing at it again. I'm not really changing the way I'm trying to communicate this.
All right, Minty will try to grab it then.
Okay. You don't need to roll stealth this time, as the guy already knows you're there and is very busy with digging through this pile of wands. You can see him getting almost close, but like he's not. You can kind of see also he's grabbing any and every wand there. He's not distinguishing by looks or anything. He's just going through them all. Minty, considering roll me insight to see how well you guessed at which one Higgs was pointing to.
All right.
That's an 18.
Ooh.
Like you got it pretty much spot on. It kind of takes a moment for you to like glance back at Higgs and then see like line that up where he's pointing, but no, you find it straight away and you pull out this gorgeously long white wand, like silver white wand, that's quite plain but very beautiful, and you can kind of feel it when you have it in your hands. As you are a magic user, you can feel the magic within it. The moment
this one's pretty.
We got it.
the
Finally.
moment you guys pull it out and start celebrating, the bird person turns around and goes like, no, my wand, give it, that's one's mine, and is kind of just like jumping up to try and grab it from you, Minty.
Okay, here you go.
You'll just hand it over.
You two have no bargaining sensibilities. Oh, you would not make any road in business, I tell you.
Well, he said it was his wand, so why not give it back to him?
I suppose.
He immediately takes the wand.
I think we have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, he immediately takes the wand, turns around, waves it at like another random wand that is just lying on the floor, and it turns into a small pumpkin. And the man, and like the bird person just kind of starts going, yes, I have it, and like waving his wand about in the air and going like, yes, he has it. I would like to point out the wand is just about as long as he is tall. So,
Oh my gosh, I know exactly which
We
one
can have
this is.
pumpkin pie
This is-
here in the Endless Tower.
this is not actually a Terry Pratchett reference, though I wish
I'm
it was.
shocked. Well, it kind of accidentally is. If
Yeah.
anybody's read that particular book with the witches, they will know what I am.
I know
talking about. Oh my gosh.
exactly. I know exactly which one you're going. I did not mean it to be like that particular reference, but like it is, and I'm so
It worked.
good enough.
That's so good. I was going to say Homestuck reference. Suddenly vanishes.
No, like the pumpkin, like it's just like a little mini pumpkin just lying on the floor, and now this bird person is whose name I would like to point out to anyone listening that might have guessed. This is once again Boggle. Boggle is running
Hey.
about with this wand, just having a grand old time because he once again has a magic wand and he is happy. What do the rest of you guys do?
Well, there goes our leverage.
Oh, you look so happy though.
Is it all pumpkins? Is it just all pumpkins?
Yeah, he casts another spell and it's another pumpkin.
So this is the pumpkin wand?
Yeah.
Wild.
We could open a grocery store. We've had tomatoes, we've got pumpkins. What's going to be next? Bananas. Oh, let's all go ahead to the banana room. And he's leaving the room.
It was something like that anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Make a wand that
Gonna
does
head out.
something. Make it more useful than that.
I mean, if it makes him happy, then
I would like to clarify, it was not actually his wand. He was just going through all the wands trying to find any that still had magic.
Yeah, but Minty doesn't know that.
Fine.
Yep. All right, onwards and upwards. Again, everyone, please make me a Constitution save.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna keep making you guys do this. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
that's fair.
12 from the conductor, that's an 8 from Minty, and that's a 20 from Higgs.
I've been rejuvenated.
Higgs, obviously watching the strange bird person dance around with a wand has, like, rejuvenated your energy, as you said, because, dear gods, do you not want to be near him anymore, and you are easily getting up the next set of stairs.
Can the engineer give Minty a piggyback? This is very important.
Not
of
with
course he
the
can.
roll that you got. I mean, you could try, but you'd only get up like 5 steps before you'd be exhausted as well.
Okay, he might hold her hand though.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's just laying on the floor with his like plush bunny on top of him.
Oh, all right.
So sweet. All right, let's go.
I do have to get like one more roll made, seeing as like you guys have been going for a while now, where you're getting pretty tired, and that wasn't a great roll, Minty. Can I actually get a dex save from you?
All right.
And if you want, if this winds up being low, I will also give a save to engineer as well, considering you just said that you were holding Minty's hand.
Yeah. Come on, dice puzzle.
All right.
Oh,
Good news is that is a 17. So while you are very tired, you are still very much kind of keeping up the same spiraling path. You are thankfully not getting dizzy, and you thankfully stay away from the edge of the staircase. You do not go falling.
I'll say I do have feather fall in case the worst comes to the worst. So.
Oh, I love you.
That someone does.
Always a good spell to have. All right, you guys get up to the next door. Who's opening it this time?
Gee, you want to take the go?
I suppose it's my turn, isn't it? And yeah, he's gonna open the door.
Alrighty, which room do you get this time? Drum roll.
It's a
Number
9.
Oh, okay. This is a fun one. You guys open the door to find a lovely, cozy sitting room. There's a couple of armchairs, there's like a footstool, there's a fire setting up a grate. It's not actually flaming yet, but it's got all like the wood and tinder and everything stacked there ready for someone to light a fire. There's a desk over in the corner with like a couple of pens lying across it. It's a cozy little room.
Oh, this is more my style, and he's going right over to that fire and gonna start it up.
Oh, cool.
I
Roll
want
me
to look at the
initiative.
desk.
Oh!
But no.
Oh man!
Roll me initiative.
Oh
But I
my
also roll
god!
initiative.
Well, this.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Goodbye.
This,
Oh well.
cool.
14 was my.
20 plus
Rolled it. Whatever.
No, I'm the 16. I'm plus
I
2.
got 4. Alright, so I will actually be going after everyone else, but the good thing is I have a surprise round. So, engineer,
You sure do.
as you kind of lean over to light the fire and everything, the moment you touch it, like the wood, the sticks, the fire, like all the paper and everything around it, you can kind of just see as, wait, these are not distinct separate components. This is something that is all together, and 2 big hunks of the wood open up and there's teeth, and the mimic takes a bite at you and goes to try and bite your hand. And let me just actually...
That's rude, isn't it?
Plus 5. Does a 13 hit?
Oh please, does it hit a barbarian
No,
with an armor
okay.
class of 18?
Alright, thankfully you whip your hand away just in time for this thing to take a chomp downwards, and it is actually Minty's go.
Right. Uh-oh, Minty, watch out for that.
See, what should I
Oh,
cast?
these mimics, they get everywhere.
Alright.
Actually, I'm just gonna dive out for 1 second, I'll be back.
No problem.
Guy's running away.
Alright. I'm going to cast Bless on NG. And let's see, that gives him. You can add a d4 to your attack rolls or saving throws.
Alrighty, that should be helpful. Higgs, it's your go. You've just seen some wood try and take a chomp out of Enji's hand.
Yeah, wild. I had already been stepping into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Reflex, I kind of jump and take a step back, and on reflex, I cast Firebolt.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. What do you have to roll for this? Do you need to make sure
Yeah.
it doesn't hit the NG?
I make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Okay.
The good news is both wizard spells and artificer spells both use intelligence.
Hurrah. Make a roll then. Let's see how this goes. Let's turn this like fireplace mimic into an actual fire. That's a 24. That hits.
Yeah, I hit it.
That hits.
And
Cool.
a flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. That's up to your DM's discretion.
Mm-hmm. Do you roll damage then for me, I guess?
Yeah.
You managed to wipe out the mimic in one fucking go.
It's increases by 1d10 when you reach 5th level, so I have 2d10 actually. Did I do it right? I did it wrong.
You do the exclamation point first, and then the 2, and then the d10.
Ooh. Okay.
Cool. You deal 11 damage. This mimic's still looking pretty like it's caught a
Nearly
little
perfectly accurate.
Yeah, it's caught a little bit on fire, considering, it disguised itself as firewood, but it's otherwise looking pretty much okay, and it's kind of sitting there going, at you guys. NG, it's your turn. You have Bless cast on you, so, what was it, Kit? It was like...
You can add a d4 to your saving rolls or your attack rolls.
Oh, nice. Okay. This thing's gonna die. So, yeah, you just says, pick off, and, that sword thing is gonna have a swipe at it again. So, by adding the 2 at my attack rolls, is that to hit or to damage it?
That's it. To attack rolls, it's to hit.
Okay, well, I'll see if this hits.
That hits.
That definitely hits. Of course, I'm a barbarian, so I gotta hit twice, so let's see if this one hits. That one definitely hit!
That's a critical. Nice. So that's basically...
That's a critical nice.
Yeah.
It's a critical nice. You heard it here, folks.
It's a critical nice.
Yeah, so... Okay, we've got one of these.
Alright.
Then we got one of these.
And roll one more time, seeing as you got a critical.
Oh shit, yeah, that's how that works. Okay.
Alright, just
boy!
mentally doing a quick bit of maths in my head, and paired with the firebolt that already got hit by it thanks to Higgs, this mimic is fucking obliterated. Well done. You just kind of with your fire sword, it gets set alight well and truly now. It was a bit singed before, but now it's just absolutely blazing. And well done, you've got a hearty blaze in the fireplace as the mimic's corpse burns.
The dream work.
Rubs his hands and holds it up against the flames like, oh, that's just what I needed.
Deeply important...
Before we do anything... Oh.
Yeah, deeply important
Before we
question.
do anything else... You go, sorry.
I was like, has anyone else touched anything else in the room or come too close to anything else in the room?
I was going to say before we...
Sorry, Kit, you go first?
Sorry. I was going to say before we do anything else, Minty's going to cast Detect Magic. I don't know if this will see mimics, but it's I'm going to try. So Detect Magic.
That's actually a really good question.
Not a bad idea to have it, though.
Yeah.
I don't think magic actually detects mimics. But you don't see any...
Can you cast Detect Mimic?
If you have it as a spell, yes, but I don't think any of you do. So you guys, as you guys look around, you don't see anything else magical throughout this room. The only real magic you're picking up is stuff that, the other passengers are holding.
He's going to cautiously poke one of the couches, see if it reacts.
I'm glad we got that taken care of.
Good news is, because you're being cautious, it doesn't get a sneak attack. It doesn't get a surprise round on you. However, it is jumping into initiative.
Eep!
That's with a 7, which means, actually, considering where we are in the round of initiatives, it does still get a go. And it's going to, again, try and take a bite at you, except you guys all have ridiculously high armor classes. So, oh, that's a 21, though.
That'll hit me.
That'll hit. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oof.
Was it the
Guess
armchair?
who doesn't like that?
Yeah, was it the armchair that poked you?
There's a couch to an armchair, one of those.
Yeah. Okay. It was 1d8 plus 3 plus acid damage.
Do different damage depending on what it is.
3. Okay, you take 9 piercing damage and
Aw.
d8 and 3 acid damage because mimics
Ouch.
mimics are kind of venomous. So yeah, this armchair kind of like
Don't
raises
explode with
up,
acid.
takes like moves like the bottom cushion, like the seat cushion kind of flips up again. Massive teeth, chomp.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
And
Guys, I think all the furniture is mimics.
Oh, good. More firewood.
all right, we're back at top of the order with Minty.
Okay, Minty's gonna give herself a hug and cast Cure Wounds. But let's go 3rd level.
Yeah, good idea, because you still have the tomato wound from earlier.
Exactly. 8. Alright.
Alright, you heal
Pain
14. Yeah, you heal 14. And it is on to Higgs. What do you do?
Yeah.
Actually, wait, that might be a bonus action. Let me check.
Actually,
I still have my action.
Move behind the engineer.
Actually, no, it's my action, but I will hide behind the engineer then.
Nice.
Way to get all of the furniture in the room into a 15-foot cone.
It's a pretty small sitting room. You won't be able to get absolutely all of it, but you will be able to get most of it. You will also get like
The secondary question is yes.
Yeah, the other 2 are in your radius, seeing as they are in the middle of the room.
All right. I reach into my bag, whatever the bag I have a bag, or my pocket, doesn't matter. And I pull out a stoppered test tube, flask, whatever. Give it a little shake, and then I'm trying to toss it right in the thing's mouth. This is my volatile mixture attack.
Nice.
So it's I wrote down my little cheat sheet for this.
Nice.
Ugh, bad.
Does not hit, sadly.
Dang. Well,
It kind of just splashes off like the side of the mimic a little bit.
yeah, it's probably got to hit a thing. Oh, that one has splash damage too.
Oh, if it does have
Damn
splash
it.
damage, like I'll say that it does hit a little bit.
Sure. Can you have any furniture that's around make a dex saving throw within 5 feet?
Yeah, sure thing. Good news is
These guys are also don't have to make that. I do have a thing that lets me kind of bend it around people.
Well, they did not do well on their dex saving throw, and I'm gonna make this count for.
Oh
the
man,
footrest.
the chairs and couches didn't go
No, sadly no. This splashes in all of them. However,
yeah, the spell save DC was like 15, so I don't think they made that.
no. How much damage do they get?
3 fire damage each.
3 fire damage? Yeah, okay, no. So, see, the bad news is, they were gonna be okay, they weren't really gonna do anything until you touched them, except now you've touched them, but with
Oops.
fire. So, you have
good.
now...
Aggroed the whole
Do
room.
any of them light on fire?
They you gotta remember, these are not actual furniture, they are living creatures disguised to look like furniture, so they're looking a little bit singed
It's really
around the
good.
edges, but now you not only have the armchair, you also have the footrest, the stool, and the coffee table coming at you guys.
Good job, Higgs.
How you are allowed to just run away. You can fight these mimics if you want, I'm not stopping you.
Or someone wants to.
Oh geez. And actually, it's the engineer's turn at the moment.
Is it? Alright, I thought you were going to roll initiative for these other things that are now in the
No,
fight.
I'm just gonna make all of the mimics go off at once. This is gonna be very loose combat.
Okay, well, I guess the obvious question is, who's closest to me?
You have Minty ducked behind your back.
No, I meant which of the enemies is closest to me.
I'm gonna say that. Well, alright, just behind you, you have the nice blazing fire of the mimic corpse, as well as Minty. Just in front of you, you've got the coffee table and the footrest, and just behind the coffee table is the armchair.
Beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
I am so gonna do that. I was absolutely about to say, can I hit like the footstool with the table? I can't give him the chair, but I can give him the table.
Are you more efficient in improvisation? You know, just like roll me an attack roll with like a strength bonus. And we'll say that's you picking it up and giving it a good swing.
Okay, so like I'm rolling strength to see if I can pick it up.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's a
God,
4,
really?
so no. Apparently these mimics are.
Wait! Because he's an angry barbarian, and I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, so that he has advantage on this strength check.
A good choice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 12. That's not
12.
great.
That is not great, but the good news is that does just pass their armor class. So you do manage to pick up this mimic table and just take a massive swing at one of the others. So like that's you picking up. Make another roll to attack one of the others, please.
What do I roll?
Again, just roll the d20 plus 2 because I'm just gonna make this. You've got raw strength. You do not have specific proficiency here. That's an 18.
Okay.
That and truly hits. What damage does a table deal?
And what damage does the table take? I'm sorry.
I would call it bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
but...
it's gonna be bludgeoning damage. Like, but I don't know. I'm just gonna
both objects. I mean, I'm really sorry. Like, as a fellow DM, I have created a nightmare for you to deal with right now.
All right, I'm just saying they both take 4 damage because that was 2d8. That was going to be 2d8, and they both rolled abysmally. So both the table and the chair take 4 damage from that. They're still looking pretty whole and hearty.
That was my first attack. My second attack is with the thing that I am proficient with, which is a bloody great big sword, which is still on fire.
Amazing.
So I'm gonna swing that at the table, but like if it's like on top of the other thing. Anyway, I'm gonna roll at the table.
Okay, that hits, and that hits well enough that I'm gonna say it goes right through the table and hits the other one as well. Roll damage on both of them.
Hell yeah! This is what I'm about.
That's 21. Okay, they are both bloodied considering all the other little damages that they have taken before.
Two for the price of one, how's that?
I am playing this combat very fast and loose because I don't want you actually stuck in the mimic room, but this is a delight.
Higgs is very intelligent. This does not mean that he makes good decisions.
Alright, bad news is, it is now the mimic's go, and guess what, NG, you're the one that has just attacked them, so you're the one they're all gonna attack. Alright, this is...
Oh, contraire, that's exactly what he wanted.
Okay, this one is the table, whoops, 20 plus, so that's the table. That does not hit. Nope. This is the armchair. It does not hit. This is the footstool. What did I say the other one was? The desk, I think. I've completely lost track and I've...
a couch and a footstool.
Yeah, okay. I was like, that's the 19 hits.
Oh, that one gets me. That one actually got me. Congratulations.
Yeah, so all these other ones are kind of crowded behind you, and you're easily keeping back, and then the desk comes sneaking up behind you and gives you a big chomp and deals a bunch of damage. Which is 1d8 plus 3, and then 8 plus. Okay, so 7 piercing damage plus 1 acid damage.
Okay, I take that 1 acid damage, but I only take half of the other one because I'm raging, baby, so I have resistance against all physical attacks.
Nice.
Hence why I wanted it to attack me. So, yeah, he just says, oh, I always hated paperwork.
Alright, and we're back to top of initiative with Minty.
Alright.
Go in there. Did I have a turn?
Yeah, you did. You threw a potion and didn't do good.
I woke up all the furniture.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it was the furniture's turn. Yes. Okay, great.
Yeah. So
It was
Minty.
awesome. It was a good move.
Minty's gonna do, let's see, hold person, third higher. Okay, Minty's gonna cast hold person at 3rd level, and let's see, target what is, and so I can so it's at 3rd level, so I can do two of the mimics. So they need to make a wisdom save of 13.
Wisdom saves. Well, good news is
Is the chair a person?
well, I would,
Hurt its
considering these
feelings.
mimics do have like
Fine, hold
wisdom of
furniture,
13.
jeez.
All right. Which two are you aiming this at?
Which ones do we have left?
Again, you've still got like armchair, footstool, coffee table, and desk.
I'll do the coffee table and the armchair.
Okay. All right. So armchair rolls an 18 and well and truly passes that little test, and the other one rolls a 6 and does not. The desk is frozen.
Right, and for flavor, her whole person is a magical quilt appears out of the ether and wraps around it, holding it in place.
Astounding. All right. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
That'll do it.
Alrighty, Higgs.
Think this far ahead.
I would like to point out you are allowed to, like, speaking is a free action, and you are allowed to hold your turn until, like, another point in combat if you wish.
All right. I'm going to neck a potion and cast magic missile.
Cool. Which one at? What are you casting it at?
Oh yeah. Which one looks the worst?
I would say at this point probably the armchair. It's kind of been a little bit beaten up by your potion, a little bit beaten up, or a lot of it beaten up by the engineer. So roll damage.
You cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry. It's the armchair is probably the most damage.
armchair?
Yeah, the armchair is the most damage at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Magic missile, you get like 3 shots, so you could like split them if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get 3 of them, so I'm gonna hit this one until it's dead, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, good idea.
Good choice.
Let's just see how high you
Um,
roll, because magic missile is not a very high damage one. That's a 4.
It's another
That's a
one.
5. Okay, this thing looks like it's on its last legs.
It's only got 4 of them.
2 more.
Not quite done. It's on like 1 hit point, guys. If you had gotten a tiny bit higher, you would have done it. But no, this
3 of my
armchair,
missiles.
this armchair is kind of like, it's been hit several times. It's been hit by a table. It's been hit with a sword. It's not looking great, but it's still there, and it's looking very grumpy as it kind of lifts up its pillow and shows its teeth and snarls at you. And it is Engie's go.
Sorry, I've got a mental image of Gladys's evil cousin.
Oh,
okay.
no! Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Evil.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, he's now he's in a rage, so what he would do is attack the thing that attacked him last, even if it hasn't taken as much damage. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and wallop this desk.
Okay.
So again, 2 attacks, and well, we'll do the first attack on that one and see if it
That one hits.
works. Yes. Yeah, for sure. So that's done 17 damage.
It's still in one piece.
Okay, in that case, he's going to hit the same thing again
Yep.
because he really doesn't like paperwork.
That's a 14. That's still enough. Take another hit.
Hey,
Adds another 17. Again, this thing is one piece. Mimics have a surprising amount of health. So that desk is not looking good. Is it still held, or does hold person still apply even after it's been damaged?
I think so. I think it just keeps going until Minty gets hit and loses concentration.
Fair
there's a
enough.
concentration spell. That's it.
Fair enough. Okay, this table is looking pretty battered and pretty singed, but it's still in one piece. And it is now all the mimics go. Like, Okay, let's do this. We're gonna have the armchair go at Higgs because that's the last one who attacked that. Higgs, what's your armor class? I'm guessing that hits.
I'll do it.
That hits? Alrighty.
Yeah, that'll do it.
1d...
Oh, Higgs finally takes damage.
Hurrah! 1d8 plus 3. Alright, that is 7 piercing damage and 2 acid damage.
I take double acid damage if I'm weak to it.
Technically, all toons take double acid damage, so yeah.
Cool,
I
cool,
thought
cool,
that
cool,
got
great.
nixed. I thought that was removed because it was too
Was it
OP.
removed?
'Cause
Possibly. I can't
think
remember. I don't mind if you don't take it because it's not a rule I'm super strict on, and like I don't want to kill you guys. Not when like
yeah,
you've-
I've got the page. I just whipped up the page and it's not on the one that I've got on.
Oh, okay. I must be
Yeah.
looking at an older one then. That's okay.
yeah, doesn't
It's
matter.
okay. I think that was like the first test, but we got feedback that was just going to destroy all toons before they got to level 4. So
Yeah, because like there's a lot of stuff
Destroy
that
all
deals acid damage.
toons.
a lot of acid damage out there.
Yeah. Next up, we have the table, which is still going for the conductor, which is
Engineer,
a 23. Engineer,
Ow.
engineer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you got the engineer. I don't know who the conductor is. He keeps getting mentioned, but I'm sure he's a really cool guy.
What? You've got even me so confused about this guy. Seriously.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. Alright, let's see if the footstool gets you as well, just so I can roll more stuff together. The footstool does not get you. Does the desk get a chance to kind of break out or of being held?
At the end of the turn, it gets a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, may as well do that right now, but it will not attack if it does manage to get out. That's a 12. It does not, so it's only the coffee table that is attacking the engineer. That's a d20. Wait, no, that's a d8. Attacking you with a d20 is a bad idea.
He did use it to deck the other mimic, so I guess revenge is justified.
Yep, okay, so that's 11 piercing and 6 acid.
Okay, half of 11 is 5.
You would
plus
go with
6, so
yeah, you'd go with 6
Oh,
because if
I
you're
go with
rounding
6.
down,
Yeah,
you go
sorry.
with the larger.
12 then. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of an oof. That's a bit of an oof. Not too bad, but yeah.
Yes, you can still do this. Bad news is we are actually back at the top of the order, which is Minty's go, but Minty seems to be holding their turn, so we will rearrange initiative afterwards, which means Higgs.
Yeah,
I would like to point out,
man.
like, there are still, like, 4 mimics here. You do not have to
Yeah,
fight
I'm
them.
not going to activate those. I don't have any special desire to do that.
No, I mean, like, these are the
Um,
ones you've already woken up, but there are plenty of other mimics in the room that you thankfully haven't gone near yet.
Yeah.
I'm back.
All right.
Alright,
I have a light crossbow.
Okay.
I'm just going to try and make a freaking crossbow attack.
Alright.
Okay, great, cool. Thanks, Dice Parser.
That does not hit, sadly. Okay.
No. I'm not having any crossbow luck.
No, you really are.
I should never have a character with a crossbow because in the other game I also just nothing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Minty, it's your go.
Okay. All right. So first, bonus action. Come on, Higgs, you can do it. I believe in you. You get bardic inspiration.
Cool.
I love that
Nice.
that happens
Add-
straight after you whiffed.
Yeah, that's a D8 you can add to, I believe, any of your rolls. So
All right. Well, I still whiffed it though.
It'd be helpful
Next-
for next
next
time.
all right, and Minty's gonna
Ah.
cast spiritual weapon on who's looking the worst.
Alrighty. Do you need to roll to attack, or are you just have a weapon
I think
now?
I rolled. Let me see. This is floating. Bonus action, chair, and move the weapon 5 feet.
I was not expecting you guys to spend so long in
I
the
think-
mimic room.
I think it's my spell attack, which is +5, so I just roll my spell attack then.
Yeah, go ahead then.
Okay.
Which one are you attacking?
Whichever one looks the worse. Like, is the armchair still up?
Yeah,
One that has
armchair's...
1 hit point.
Yeah, it's like the armchair is about to go down.
Okay.
Should have just magic missiled it. Why did I do that?
Okay.
That does not
7,
hit.
I think that's gonna whiff.
Yep, absolutely. Sorry.
It's all good, that's my turn.
Yep, alright, engineer.
He's going to avenge her missed turn and, take this armchair out of its misery. Also, he's actually kind of having a great time. He has a slightly deranged grin on his face.
That's
Maybe
worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember
Stress relief.
he's got a lot of stuff to figure out right now, so this is a good outlet.
I mean, fair enough.
Should I even roll damage for this poor armchair? I mean,
No, like you hit. It's dead. You slice the armchair in half. Farewell, Gladys's evil cousin.
Slice its arms off. Right off the chair.
actually, before he does that, he just says, "Sit down." And he's got another turn, so he's going to use that. And who else is left? Is
Alright, there's the
man.
desk that's on like half health. You've got the footstool, which has like got 3 health knocked off it. It's fine, and you've got the desk, which is looking kind of bad, but it's all still wrapped up.
That was. You had 2 desks. There's
Sorry,
a
I meant
table and a desk?
the table's looking kind of bad. The desk is looking kind of bad. The desk is wrapped up. The table's like roaming free and ready to bite.
Okay, the table then.
All right, that hits the table. The table's not looking great. It's definitely mechanically, it is definitely bloodied. In actuality, it's very singed around the edges. It's got a bit of a wobble because it's one of the legs are a bit uneven. It's still snarling at you though.
Oh, isn't it cute?
And now it's gonna try and take a bite at you because yes, you're the one.
Bring
Is
it
this the
on,
one that's wrapped up, or is this
bring it
the other
on.
one?
So like that was the table that was taking a bite at the engineer. This is the footstool, which hits the footstool.
Was it, one of them was wrapped up though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the table which hasn't had a go yet. Which will.
Oh, okay.
Wait 1 second. It's D8 plus 3 bludgeoning. So that's 10 bludgeoning and 5 acid.
Okay, so that's another 10.
And the
Okay, I'm starting to feel that.
Yep, and the table gets another go at breaking out. It does not. Okay, back to top of the order. Because we rearranged
Not very
things.
wise, that table, huh?
No, sadly not. Higgs, it's your go.
Yeah, Oh, damn it. I'm going to... Yep, I'm just gonna try again with the crossbow, because I only have a limited number of potions.
I mean, you do have the 3 mystery potions you picked up earlier, but they are mystery potions.
Shit, yeah, I do have those. I'm not gonna use them for this. No, Higgs is stupid though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not
What's
this.
the
If we have
Toonish
another
stupid?
round, maybe I'll try something, but
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a...
Also, Kai, I can't believe you didn't expect us to spend ages in a room full of, like, hilarious Beauty and the Beast style enemies, because...
Okay, yeah, no, I should have expected that. I had so many other rooms planned. Alright, that's a 24. That definitely hits. Roll damage. That's 6 damage.
6.
Which one did you shoot at?
The one that's attacking the engineer.
That was the...
Table.
Yeah, the table. So, the table's looking pretty rough, guys. It's, like, in the single digits of health.
Cool.
Cool.
Can I do any other stuff? I don't think so. I don't have like fun bonus actions usually.
No.
You can always move, like, use your movement.
Like,
I'm gonna move toward the door.
I thought, like, yeah, as far as I was picturing it, you were already, like, standing more or less in the doorway, so you're
Pretty
well...
much.
Yeah, you're well out of range of all the other guys. Next up is Minty.
Alright, Minty's gonna attack again with her, spiritual weapon.
Alrighty. That's a 7. That does not hit,
7.
sadly.
Alright.
Anything you want to do with, like,
And I
your
have another bonus
action?
action, so I'll give my other bardic inspiration to NG.
Oh. Aw. NG, it's your go. Actually, wait, no. I gotta know. What encouraging slogan do you yell here?
Come on, NG, I believe in you. You can do this.
Oh, But actually, you know how I described that the engineer has gone like less orange than he used to be? He becomes a bit more orange, and is kind of like, yeah, that is actually very comforting for him.
Aw.
Let's put this table out to pasture because this is ridiculous. There
That
you go.
hits.
For sure.
That's like, I'm gonna say this table's dead. This table's dead. It's been wrapped up, it's been hacked at, it's been splashed with potions. The table is dead.
Tables have turned, and he's going to go after the desk. And thank God there are no tomatoes in this
Yeah,
room.
like, you hear in the distance a slight splat of a tomato trying to get to the ceiling at you. You hit, which one did you hit? Or were you going after here?
The desk.
Alright, yep, you managed to hit the desk.
There you go. Oof, 20.
Oof, 20 damage. Yeah, this desk, you know what? Yeah, this desk is gone. Considering it's been all wrapped up and has not been able to fight, and it's kind of still been burning a little bit from the last time you hit it, this desk
fire.
just whoosh. And now you kind of just have several various spots of fire as stuff is burning around the room, and the only mimic that is left is the footstool, which is going to come and try and gnaw at your foot.
I almost feel bad about this poor footstool.
It rolls
No
a critical
way.
1. So while it's trying to gnaw at your foot, it doesn't actually quite realize, oh yes, I should go for the foot. And like as you have the sword kind of hanging loose after your last swing, it goes and tries and gnaws on the sword and takes what is it, D6 fire damage? 2d6 fire damage?
Yeah, 2d6.
And it takes 9 damage. It's otherwise looking pretty healthy because you haven't actually attacked it much so far. But as you kind of like watch it chew on the sword, it goes and kind of scurries off into the corner of the room to hide as a footstool again. And we're out of
Hey,
initiative.
that one is on you, mate.
I
Unless
just didn't realize there was danger afoot.
splat of another tomato in the distance. Oh, well done. You have solved my room full of
what?
mimics. Don't
Oh,
go
that
touching
was
anything
fun.
else and starting initiative up again, please.
Aw.
That was a little more hectic than I thought.
I've got a bit of a stitch myself, and in fact, he's got rather more than a stitch. He's not looking too hot with the 24 remaining hit points. So,
All right, you're getting a hug and some healing.
Out of the room first.
yeah, I guess we should get out of here.
Are you guys doing any kind of healing?
Real quick, yeah.
Healer. Oh, MVP.
Always good to have a healer on the team.
Are you healing yourself? Or are you healing NG?
I'm giving him a hug and healing him for 4 points.
Great.
Yay!
Nice.
It's the thought that counts.
You feel the warm glow of love inside you.
Oh, he's
Aw.
hugging back, by the way. He's totally hugging back.
Alright. Now what?
As NG comes out of the room, I look at him, I hand him a potion, and say, "You look like shit." I hand him a potion of cure wounds.
Thank you. I'll imbibe that. But perhaps, like, if we see it's worth having, I've been through a couple of these carriages, and it's the weirdest thing. Like when you go through to a new one, all these little nicks and scratches and eviscerations. He sort of looks askance, like maybe he had a bad time in some of the other carriages. And it's like, well, they seem to disappear. So if we're near the end of the line, I might save this for another occasion. Though I'll be definitely keeping it. And he puts it in his pocket. You're not getting that back.
Never know, it might be useful. Are you back to heading up the staircase, or...?
Yeah, I will be.
Keep
Yep.
a never-ending staircase.
Mm-hmm. Never-ending staircase.
Everything's never ending on this train. Alright, 14. Are we getting to any of the, No, when... I had so many fun ones that were meant to, like, personally torture you guys, and you're just getting the other utter nonsense rooms for the most part. Alright, who's opening the door this time?
What is it, my turn in the rotation?
You want to?
I just opened the door.
Okay. Inside is space. And I don't mean just like an empty space of an empty room. I mean, as you look, you see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shimmering points of light scattered throughout this room. And like, as you kind of like move your head around, you can tell these things are a lot closer than like far outer space. And it's just, but it still looks identical to like the night sky with like some streaky, beautiful colors going across it. And it's space.
Space. That one. Is there like a floor?
Not that you can see. Anywhere that isn't covered by these tiny stars is just blackness.
Is it like dark blackness, or is it like painted blackness?
Like emptiness blackness.
Can I cast dancing lights and try and move it around the room?
Go ahead.
I do that.
Yeah, you move the lights kind of down, and you notice that like as the lights move about, they kind of weave in and out of all the little points of light, the tiny little stars throughout the place. And you can get like a better idea of like, hey, some of these stars are actually really close to us and others are further away. And you also move the lights down, and you see that, wait, yeah, no, there isn't a floor. It kind of just keeps going into more and more fake space down there.
Right, I just turn back to the other two and just say, we're skipping this one.
Agreed.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Close the door.
Onwards, I guess. Everyone.
There ain't no floor there. What are we supposed to do?
Well, I mean, like,
Honestly, if there's
That
no
one ain't
way
got no
out in that,
floor.
I'm not interested.
all right, everyone, roll me Constitution save, please. Let's see how you're going energy-wise.
Oh my!
We've all
favorite.
established that we're cool with just skipping all these rooms.
Yeah. It's okay. I've still got heaps of these planned. Like, you've gone through not quite half of them. All right. Yeah, you guys are actually all going reasonably well in terms of energy. The only one that's looking kind of tired is Engineer. Obviously, like, from all that fighting before, you used up a lot of energy from that. So
Because he's injured and looks like shit.
yeah, like, you're flagging a little bit, but otherwise you're still going okay. Your other two are kind of just like, yeah, what? You guys are definitely sick of stairs. You guys are definitely tired. You cannot, like, if you peer over the edge of the staircase, you cannot even see the ground that you started on anymore. It's again just disappearing into like blackness as it's receded into the distance. You guys are really high up and really sick of stairs. Who gets to open the next door?
I'll do it.
Oh great, this is the one with my shortest explanation of what's the room is.
Oh, good.
Alright. You open the door. You see just a writhing pit of hundreds and hundreds of snakes. There's just a
Shut
lot
the
of
door!
snakes.
Shut the door! Shut me on!
Yeah, I was gonna say Minty blinks. She shuts the door, just completely neutral expression on her face. Well, next room.
You don't want to go into the snake room?
Nope, 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 nope.
Oh, but they're all friendly snakes. Alright. Onwards. Constitution save, everyone.
Oh boy!
I'm gonna make you keep doing these.
How tall is this place?
Someone's gonna fall.
Engineer,
I'll second
obviously,
win.
like, you need to get away from those snakes because with that 19, you're full of energy again.
Yeah, can I help like the other two with that role, especially?
Yeah, with that role, yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
can I use Bardic Inspiration still for this?
Yeah.
But yeah, it
definitely.
lasts like a good couple minutes.
Yeah, anyone, like, if you want to, like, add on an extra dice roll to that. Okay, so Higgs, that brings
It's
it
an
up to
11
an
total.
11. Well, Higgs, you are going very slow. You are going very tired. You can feel yourself kind of wobbling about a little bit as you're climbing the stairs, but you are still trudging up them. Minty, you are exhausted. And again, can I get you to save, like, make me a dex save as well, please, just to see if you get too close to the edge. And again,
Alright.
Engineer, you are there for safety if necessary. Ooh,
Okay, can I roll something to like help save this
give me
precious child?
Yeah, that's gonna be like dexterity, see how fast you react, and if you can manage to grab Minty in time.
Okay, and I also have that bardic inspiration if I need it.
Yep. Ooh, which
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
do,
use
because
that.
that was a critical fail.
You just push her off further. Oh no.
Okay, featherball time.
Oh
What
no.
do I add?
Oh,
It's okay.
no.
We've all made mistakes in our lives. There's
what
always-
do I
there's
add
always
for the
accident.
bardic inspiration? Sorry,
It's a D8,
a D8. Thank you.
which
Sorry.
okay, that brings you up to a 10. Fact is, it still was like a critical fail, but I'm not gonna make the outcome quite as bad as it could have been. Fact is, it's still Minty. You are exhausted. You are wobbling from place to place as you go around here, and you don't realize quite how close to the edge of the stairs you're getting. And you take another step, and you take another step, and you take another step, and you feel your foot slip. And there's just this moment where you are paused in mid-air, and you can see the engineer reaching out to grab you, and his claws just skim yours. Thankfully, he's leaning out way too far. That can't be safe. But as he ducks down to his knees, you fall. You see that he's safe, but you are falling.
Immediately cast Featherfall and try to grab onto the staircase below me.
Okay. You are actually falling outwards, so you cannot grab onto anything else unless you've got something to propel
Use
you
your
in
ears
midair.
to flap.
Oh yeah.
You can fly.
What would you even roll for that?
I don't know.
Dexterity.
Yeah, roll me dex to see if you can manage to make your ears like flap you forward a bit.
Save or just normal dex? I think it's the same either way. So.
I think, yeah, just go normal dex. This is going to be to see if you, like, going forward, this is not... Alright, with a 12, you manage to get forward a little bit, but by the time it really comes into effect, you've obviously fallen several stories. Roll again to actually try and grab onto a staircase or land on a staircase.
Alright, come on.
That's a 6.
Oh man.
Well done, you managed to propel yourself.
Slowly falling down.
But you kind of propel yourself more into the center of things as opposed to the edge. And you were just slowly drifting downwards down the absolute center of this tower. And good news is you can just about see the floor again. Bad news is you can't see where your friends are anymore. How's everyone else reacting?
She might be able to see the engineer because as soon as this happened, like after a moment of, oh no, he's failed again, he actually starts running down the stairs to try and like keep up with her going downwards, and like if he has to dash, he's gonna do that. So yeah.
Right.
Roll me.
He's able to hear. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, engineer, please roll me dexterity just to make sure that you keep your footing.
Yeah, he's not acting very sensibly, so.
That's a 7. You do not. Oh boy, you start going. Like,
actually, with that, can I just say he like straight up dives after her?
You know what? Yes, I will give that one to you. You are like running down the stairs, running down, and you can kind of feel your feet tumbling. You know you're just about to go head over heels and go tumbling down these steps, but you manage to get like one claw against the wall and you push off, and you are now out from the stairs, and you are falling, and you don't have feather fall.
Uh-oh. Is Minty close to him at all, or?
You will see him as he goes plummeting past.
Oh dear. Alright, Minty has a rope, so she's gonna like attempt to like kind of like toss a lasso at him. Or at the very least, like toss him the rope to grab.
Again, roll me dex for this, because that sounds like hopefully. And then engineer, also roll me dex to see if you can actually grab it.
Oh boy.
On.
That's a 13.
A little better.
That's not a great throw, but it's not terrible. Oh, that's a bad catch though. Angie, you are used to kind of various stunts and falling, but you have never really done anything from quite this height before. Remember, you dove off this staircase when it was still so far from the ground that you could not see the ground. You're gonna splat, my dude. Have you got anything to save yourself?
No, I think the question is there anything he would do to save himself? And I don't think there is.
Hey, no.
Oh.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
being
have
real.
anything to
I'm
do
being
here,
real.
and this is
Well, this is going. Quick
yeah.
question,
At least next a
Higgs.
potion so that if you splat, you'll still live.
Yeah, you remember how bad he's feeling? Like when he saw that he failed to save Minty, he failed to save another passenger, another friend, another vulnerable being that he should have been able to rescue. Nah, that just broke him, and he is just accepting the fact that he's going to fall.
Damn it! I turn around, I start going down. Maybe not quite as fast.
Okay, if you're going a bit more carefully, I'm not going to make you roll dex to see if you keep your footing. Minty, you
Doesn't have like the desperate speed that Engineer had.
No. Bad news is, like, even though if you can't see anything, sound carries really, really well on these hard stone walls. And you hear the splat. Minty, I am sorry to say, you actually get to see this because by this point you had fallen just far enough that you could see the ground, and you can see the engineer plummet past you and miss the rope you throw out to him, and you can see there's just enough space between him missing the rope before he hits the floor that you can just see him accept what's going on. And he hits the floor. And there is a sickening crunch. And everything is still and silent for just a moment. You hear a very slight and both of you recognize it as something that's kind of similar to the noise that you heard when you first arrived on the train in those weird boxes that you arrived in. Higgs, it's very recognizable to you because it's only been an hour since you first heard it, and just this very gentle quite quiet, but you can hear it coming closer and closer and closer. And a bright silver box descends down the middle of the tower. It carefully moves around you, Minty, so it doesn't hit you, and it descends and it goes so it's hovering right over the engineer, and you can hear click as the floor opens out beneath, another sound, and the bottom clicks shut again. Then the box rises up the tower once again, goes past you, Minty. By this point, you are landing very gently on the ground as you watch this box rise up and vanish into the darkness above. Minty, you are alone. And you can see a smear of red on the ground from a bit of tomato juice that you hadn't quite managed to clean up earlier. Higgs, you are still descending the stairs. You saw this box go down and you saw it go back up. You didn't see exactly what happened, but you can probably take a guess.
I can make a few guesses.
What do you guys do?
Minty at this point is just bawling her eyes out. She's just sobbing and trembling. Just, no, I was gonna heal him, and she.
And he had one of my potions too.
She's just like inconsolable right now. She's just bawling her eyes out.
Higgs, when you finally get back down to the ground floor, you are not quite as distraught as Minty, and so you actually noticed that the door that these two had come in the first place is open, and it looks very similar to the shining doorway that you had originally arrived on this train on, but otherwise it's just Minty there on the ground crying.
There. He's trying.
Yeah.
He like maybe pats your head or shoulder very lightly, like like kind of like looks around. I mean, now this place is fucked up. I'm serious.
What else can you say, but
Oh,
At this point, she's just like sobbing on the ground. She's like not moving. She can't even talk. She's just sobbing too hard.
Boy.
Hey, we should probably like keep going up or out, something like that. We're still like you're still crying on the ground.
I know. Just give me a minute, please. She takes a minute to kind of take a few deep breaths and wipe her tears away and get more or less like put together. She's still very, very, very depressed, but she's more or less together now.
Yeah, well, we've all lost people.
Immediately, the tears start leaking out
Pick
again.
yourself up and keep moving. That's it. There's no other way.
Okay.
Right, there's some kind of door over there now. I don't know what the hell's going on in this place anymore.
Is it the one we came in?
Yeah?
I will say at this point, you take a little bit of a closer look and you realize that while it does look identical to the door that they came in from, it's on the wrong side of the room to where you guys had originally started going up the staircase.
Why?
Minty will go over to it and open the door, not go through it, just open it to see if it's different.
Again, it's just that glowing yellow-white light that obscures anything you might be able to see through the door. For you, it is very familiar at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you again. He's talking at the door.
And Minty stares at the door for a moment, and she kind of starts laughing, but it's not really like a happy laugh. It's like a kind of manic, stressed out, like she's so done with this. Just hysterical laughter, almost like, we didn't even have to climb. It was always here.
Do I remember the door being there?
Yeah, you do remember
Before?
there being a door on this ground floor. And it did look very similar to this one. It seems to be in the wrong place though.
Wasn't even.
No, because you guys. No. No, this is some magic shit. Because you guys came in the door on the other side, but this wasn't here. Someone's playing games with us.
It's the door
All right.
to the next carriage. It wasn't at the top of the tower. It was just here.
Oh, I said it was not here before. I swear. You came in a door on that side. Now there's a door on this side. It's a different door. Someone's playing tricks with us.
At this point, Minty, like, she can't even talk anymore. She's just on the ground, like, laughing.
Get out of here at this rate. Okay. What do you propose we do? You've apparently been here for some time.
The door, it'll lead you to the next carriage on the train.
I don't want to go to another carriage. I want to get off the train. I want to get off this crazy ride. Anyway.
I don't know how to get off. Okay. Been on here for I'm not sure how long, but I don't know how to get off. I thought maybe if we keep helping people in the train, eventually we'd get to go home, but I don't know. And NG, it looks like you've been on here so long. I just want to go home. I just want to see Belle and all my other friends.
Stupid. Minty look, by the way, like health-wise.
Let me see. She's pretty good, like health-wise. She's just very, emotionally devastated.
Sorry, I'm on this. This is absolutely this is heartbreaking. I love it. I'm so sorry.
I'm about to do something that's a dick move, but I don't want to do this, but this is what my character would do, especially because he's new in town.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see this happen. Let's see this play out.
All right. Of all the stupid, useless, I walk through the door.
Ooh.
You walk into the light and you vanish as you are taken off to the next carriage that you are due to walk through. Minty, you are left alone.
Yeah. She's not even gonna move for like a while. I think she just spends like even like an hour like just lying on the ground. Like she might even like just cry herself to sleep almost. She just doesn't want to move.
Oh jeez. I think in that case we need to, the camera will slowly zoom out and leave you there, Minty. I am sorry to say. And this is something that you sadly have to deal with on your own. Before we cut away entirely, the black of the camera fades in very slightly and we can see the outline of the engineer in a dark box that for a moment he can feel moving underneath him. He's not quite there, he's not quite conscious, he's barely made his death saving throws, but he's still alive as this box moves him to somewhere else on the train, and we will have to find out exactly where another time, as this is the end of the episode. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, that was
I'm
amazing.
alright.
I'm so sorry, Minty! No!
It's fine. She's just
very sorry.
emotionally
Higgs is a
devastated.
dick.
I had all these rooms prepared that were done to like make you face various fears or torment you with past mistakes or this or that or the other. I did not roll a single one of those when we were randomly choosing the rooms, but you guys did this anyway, so it's all good.
We actually managed to give ourselves our own worst torment, just, as you do.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. I have no better way to
I said
end
in chat, Higgs's alignment is not good. So
Higgs knows some.
Oh boy, that was
not equipped
hopefully
to
we'll meet
deal
up
with
in
it.
another carriage and we can resolve this.
The good news
Oh.
is this
But
finally...
until then,
Yeah, the good news is this finally gives me a chance to actually go through and explain to people about how death is weird on the train and doesn't quite count. And that will be something I will have to do with you personally, Mod, because I have things and plans and we might have to do like a one-person game.
Zombie Engineer.
Whoa, okay. That's gonna be good.
Fun.
But yeah, thank you so much everybody for playing. I hope you're all alright. Any last thoughts before we say goodbye?
Toonkind is a
Man.
happy sort of D&D,
Thanks
huh?
to everybody.
We're just silly cartoons. We say
Our
puns,
character is such a dick.
gags.
Alright, everybody
It's
say
fine.
bye.
He's had a very bad day.
I'm dead now.
Bye bye.